This is Eunoia, spoken by Elswyth, the femdom hypnosis podcast dedicated to relationship and mind building with words. Today's Eunoia explores whether or not it is possible to personalize a femdom hypnosis relationship, especially one that is long distance. But as always, we start first with relationship building. So where have I been? I confess, the garden center is reopened and I needed to go. And then, well, the weather has been amazing. I'm also now the proud owner of all these different types of fuchsias. Who knew so many existed? I love them because their flowers look like little dancing fairies with skirts. Okay, so the shoutouts for today, they're about a week old, but hey, good news, I'm catching up again. Creativity, it just requires breaks to recharge, doesn't it? Okay, so imagine you're this guy, just living your best life or whatever, and suddenly you find yourself writing poetry. Not just any poetry, but bad poetry. Hey, those are his words, not mine. And now that poem is being read for lots of people to hear. How do you feel? With his restive glance, he did betray himself as one open to trance. He also promised a joke and sent it. He says, again, his words, not mine, it's not good, but it may make you smile for a second or two. Lawyer. Judge, I wish to appeal my client's case on the basis of newly discovered evidence. Judge. And what is the nature of the new evidence? Lawyer. I discovered that my client still has $5,000 left. My apologies for those of you in the legal profession who have heard too many bad lawyer jokes. Okay, so, all right, dear Mistress, I am enthralled. How would you feel having a really old guy as a loyal sub? Guys, come on, I have covered this age question before, haven't I? Does age, as long as we're all assuming 18 plus, does age actually matter for what we're doing? No. Oh my goodness, if you want to run around in my shared reality as a fuzzy little hamster, you can. You can be a fuzzy little hamster that is 19 years old or 70 years old. You can have black and white spots. You can wear a top hat. You could wear nothing. Well, I guess hamsters usually wear nothing. Do you get what I mean? The age doesn't matter. The only way it matters is, sometimes you might not get song references, or you might not know what a void monster is. It doesn't matter, it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. Okay? I'm so tired of the age question. Skip that one. Ask me better questions. D writes, Dear Mistress, this morning all my office mates talked about their vacations, the gardening projects. Hey, I might be one of your office mates. Or finally getting the vaccine. I was like, didn't any of you adopt 3 new personas or hang out in a latex bed? Fun, huh? Okay, and then, let's see. This one actually made my day. This is from R, and he writes, Dear Mistress, I thought that I had everything that I needed and wanted, that I was content. Then one day I heard your voice and could not stop listening. Today, when I listened to your words and reflected, I was actually able to see myself standing there as if at an airport waiting for everyone that I love so much to get off that plane. I was so excited to see them. And because of you, I believe that I can show them all how much I love them. A bear hug, as you said, sharing memories, sharing more of myself with them, and seeing more of them. Seeing that they all brought that energy into my life as well. Because of you, I can share the best me with all of them. It is the energy from this new relationship that can be spread out and shared so that everyone in my life can experience it. So, thank you, R, because I really, really like that. D says that he loves becoming Sabriel, and he gives some great reasons why. I have those up on the website on today's blog post if you want to read it. And if you haven't listened to Violet or the trigger setting session for Sabriel, the links, they're there for those too. Now, after our reflection time, I'll share today's homework and permissive circumstance with you. So let's prepare yourself. Let's begin with finding your focus. Prepare yourself by remembering the first time you did a session with me. Did the induction focus on whole body relaxation, conversation, or perhaps it was one of those delightful mind game confusion inductions full of numbers or doors and colors? Take yourself back to that feeling about 5 minutes into listening to me and find that relaxation. The feeling of the chair or bed supporting you and of your emotional state. Willingly seek out this relaxation. As mentioned, today's question is, can you personalize a femdom hypnosis relationship? It's a bit of a cheat question because obviously I know the answer. And I'm perfectly aware that quite a few of you do too. Is your experience unique to you? Probably so. Let's look at the Fornophilia play, the session based on depersonalization through becoming human furniture or a priceless statue. This session theme is one that I likely never would have considered as a possibility. Why? Well, because in my background, you don't typically ask a client to move during hypnosis unless it's, raise a finger when you're ready, etc. But through private conversations and sessions, I learned that this play is eagerly desired and can be done in different ways. For some, it is all about the movement. Your body responding to my words and finding those positions and poses to hold. For others, they place themselves in their imagination, that shared headspace, and move there, while their physical self remains still. Is one way better than the other? Yes. The best way is the one that brings you deeper in and closer to me. So this Eunoia topic this week, it's going to lead to an interactive kneeling session. I'm using the topic of kneeling during hypnosis as a way to deconstruct the ways to experience spoken by Elswyth. Does it need to be physical movement? We answered that one. I want you to be open to challenging yourself and, if possible, try out the reverse of what you normally do. But don't worry, that won't happen until Friday. Unless, of course, you want a head start. In that case, find a private place and use Fornophilia. It's on the website or on YouTube. It's easy to find. So let's take that 1-minute reflection before getting into the permissive circumstance and homework for today. Sometimes people get confused. They want to pigeonhole. They want to say there's only one way to do this, but they're missing the creativity that exists between us. Have you been guilty of assuming you had to experience our sessions one way? Spend a minute reflecting on your answer. Okay, so today's homework is this. Do not write to me. I'm kidding, you can. Today's homework is to tell me what you did with your weekend. And the permissive circumstance, if you know, without looking it up, what a fuchsia is, not the color, the plant, you have my permission. So next episode, we're going to continue on this topic of personalizing your experience with me. We will discuss denial, not just chastity, but obviously, that's part of it. Be sure to try Fornophilia if you haven't, or if you have, try it the opposite way. It is free on the website as an instant download. And I'll try to remember to include the link in today's post. So thank you for your devotion. We'll meet up again tomorrow for more on this topic. Bye for now.